Okay, people, welcome back to another Fwoosh Weekly. As always, I'm Robo, and still playing with the camera. I know you're sick of hearing about it. I know. But I'm not trying to impress anybody. I'm just trying to, well, I'm trying to get up to my own standards, I guess. I can't stand it when I'm editing and it's over here is wrong color, or I'm not in focus or something. It drives me nuts. So, I'm still playing. But you're not here for that. You want to hear about toys. I want to talk about toys. It's a mutually beneficial relationship. So let's talk about some 3A, some Super 7, some amazing Yamaguchi, some Mego Construx. That's weird, but yeah. Some SH Figuarts, and then finally a new Kickstarter. First up, I mentioned this last week, the 3A Lonely Trooper TK. They showed more pictures. It's up for pre-order now. Tempting. Like I said last week, you put a Stormtrooper helmet on something, I'm gonna bite. The new pictures look fantastic. They're calling it a Sergeant for the white Stormtrooper, and the Shadow Trooper looking one is the Noir Sergeant. I can't remember the pauldron colors. Orange, is that Sergeant? Does that somehow fall into this design? If so, that's pretty damn brilliant. The 3A being 3A, you go to bandai.com, you pre-order it, it runs $99 a piece, and they're set to ship sometime in Q2 of 2018. Not a precise date, but anymore, whenever I pre-order something, I try to forget about it. I just, yep, I have it secured, not going to think about it. And then when I get that email that it's shipping, it's like Christmas in whatever month it happens to ship in. Now, $99 does seem a little bit high, but given this company, their stuff is usually pretty high because of limited supply. And it does come pretty packed with accessories. There's the standard gun, there's the heavy gun, there's 6 grenades, there's a sword, and there's several sets of hands, and then the trooper backpack, probably to hold all that shit. I'm still on the fence, though. I say the fence as in I'm trying to talk myself out of pre-ordering it because, yeah, that's what I needed, more stuff to order. Super 7 a couple of days ago has announced that their Masters of the Universe Classics Filmation-style Sorceress will come with Zoar on a perch. I don't know if this is a new sculpt or a re-release of the one we already have. And she will also come with an alternate head, and that would be Kodak Ungol. Now, if you go back to the original series where they went into the history of the Sorceress and the previous Sorceress, you'll see that the voice actress for the previous Sorceress even has trouble with that name. There's a slight pause before she says Kodak Ungol. But when it comes down to it, who cares? I just like extra shit, extra value with my action figures. I'm into the Filmation line mostly for nostalgia. To tell you the truth, I had to go look up who Kodak Ungol was. It's been a long time since I've watched the episodes, but I remember it back in the day. I just look at these figures and I go, childhood. Getting home from school in the afternoon, getting punched in the face by He-Man, watching the episode, and then learning a life lesson. What's better than that? They also said that the wing problem, it's going to be probably 2 sets of wings, one outstretched, one relaxed. This will still not allow her to sit down, but it fixes the problem of having all that flappy wings coming up under her arms. Now, the amazing Yamaguchi Captain America. You know it's out there. You know it's up for pre-order. You've seen the promo shots, but I haven't had a chance to talk about it since it went up for pre-order. Looking great. I love the colors on this. I'm loving the articulation. I'm loving the rest of the line, so this should fit right in. I don't know how much I like those shoulder swivel kick parts, but you gotta do what you gotta do when you like an action figure line. Now, he comes with several sets of hands. He comes with the shield, of course. It can strap to his arm, or those straps come off, and he comes with a clear plastic piece that goes onto the flat hand, and it looks like he's throwing the shield. It comes with 3 faces. This is a weird case of I'm liking the screaming head more than the other 2. There's just something off about the neutral faces. I don't know if it's the dark paint in the masked head neutral face, making the mouth look all weird, or the hair on the other one just being a little bit too... But given that I put these in action poses on the shelf, I'm totally good with a screaming head, apparently. Now, the promo pictures do a good job of showing just how articulated this figure is, but Yamaguchi on Twitter has also posed pictures of the prototype. And this sumbitch gets down. He can almost hide behind his own shield. You don't see that with action figures a lot. The shield's round, he can crouch down, he can come in tight, he's almost completely behind it. Yeah, I dig that. In fact, I've already pre-ordered it. If you haven't got yours in, go get the pre-order. But if you don't like the look of this, don't even try it. The articulation will piss you off, the look will piss you off, him standing in a neutral position will piss you off. Just don't do it. But depending on where you're going to order Captain America from, it's either $45 or it's $90. You order it from overseas, it's $45-50, but you're going to pay $20 somewhere in there for shipping to get it if you want it faster. You order domestic, it's going to run you $85-90, but you're doing $4 shipping and you're waiting a little bit longer. It's a toss-up. It's a trade-off. That's just how it goes with some of these imports. And he's scheduled to ship February of 2018. Now, Mego Construx. This is something I don't talk about a lot. It's not 6-inch scale. It's not super articulated. But I did pick up the He-Man and Skeletor, and the Skeletor is damn impressive. For a $5 little figure that you're going to find in the Lego aisle at Walmart, the construction aisle, not bad at all. I didn't even know these were coming out until I was walking down the aisle, and Walmart had to flip the aisles around, wander down to the end, and there they were. He-Man's not bad, but yeah, grab the Skeletor if you see him. In fact, this may be the only Mattel line I'm buying right now. I just put some toys in tubs. Mattel's not holding up, but that's a conversation for a different day. But they have announced Series 2 of this Mego Construx Heroes line, and that would be the original series Star Trek, Kirk and Spock. I'm loving the cut across Kirk's shirt right there. Series 2 of the Masters line with Teela and Beastman. Definite buys. It's kind of weird that they went with Teela instead of Man-at-Arms, you know, that secondary helper guy to the main character, but I'm not going to complain. Throwing a female in this early. And then Futurama's Fry and Bender. Now, they have less articulation than the other figures in the line, but the aesthetic just fits. It works perfectly. They look great. No date that I could find on these, but I'm looking forward to them. They'll just pop up. Knowing Mattel, it could be next year, could be tomorrow. Who knows? Like I said in the last weekly, Fwoosh didn't have an official presence at New York Comic Con, and I completely missed that Bandai actually showed an SH Figuarts Dark Knight Rises Catwoman. So many words just scrunched all together there. It debuted in New York, and even though they haven't done an official reveal yet, their solicitation for the Bat Pod reveals pictures of Catwoman. Looking pretty good, but I'm still perplexed by this obsession with the overseas companies with the Nolan trilogy all of a sudden. Maybe it's not all of a sudden, maybe it's been built up, maybe they've been planning all this and suddenly they're putting out all this Batman product. I don't know, but I was hot and heavy with the Mafex line because I figured Bandai wouldn't go that deep on their end, and here they are showing Catwoman. But go back and their Joker looks kinda off. And while Mafex hasn't released their Joker yet, it's still looking better, I think. I think I'm backing the right horse. But I got the Batman. Should I get the Catwoman to go with this? Because the other Batman's going to be bigger, and he'll go with the other one. And then finally, Cryptid Toys has started a Kickstarter for action figure blanks. They unfortunately had a failed Kickstarter last year, year before last, for Army Alphas. It was a good looking line. I'm always down for some army builders, but it just didn't go through. This time around, they're starting with skeletons and taking it a little bit slower. If you can imagine a color for a skeleton, it's probably going to be in this Kickstarter. Looks like a pretty good sculpt, pretty good articulation. I like some of the poses I'm seeing here. And for $22 a piece, not bad at all. Now the goal is $30,000, which is completely attainable. I mean, that seems really super low for an action figure line. But as more skeleton parts and colors unlock, it'll eventually get to a male blank body. Now, Box Ghost on the forums has said that this body is about the height of the Bucky Cat Marvel Legends body, just a little bit beefier and a whole lot cleaner. I'm always down for some custom fodder, especially muscle tops. I am down for some variety on my shelf. And then the stretch goals for this too is different colors of this male body and then bare feet. When I was looking at this Kickstarter last night, the wife looked over my shoulder and said, that's an unfortunate position for the lock and key against the male body. But what you gonna do? And then I think it's at $91,000. The stretch goal is a female blank body. But again, that seems like really low goals. I understand that the figures are blank. They don't come with a lot of accessories, and I'm figuring there's no paint on these, which puts the cost down a lot. But man, having run a Kickstarter on the Fwoosh, there's a lot of logistics back there that my brain can't wrap around. Tooling, production in China, shipping from China, customs, getting it to the warehouse, warehousing it, shipping it from the warehouse, keeping storage of all the leftover stuff. Yeah, there's a lot of money involved. At $22 a figure, this seems like a hell of a deal. I know I'm backing it. I could use some skeletons. I could definitely use some male bodies for that day in the future that I will someday get back to customizing. Plus, dude wants to make some action figures. I like action figures. I'm going to support this dude. I'll try anything once. Maybe not anything. But when it comes to action figures, I'll give it a go. So there you go, hopefully short and sweet. Not a lot to talk about, some old shit, a couple of new things, but we'll see you next week. As you know, earlier in the week I started a new segment, a new format of figure or fodder. I really enjoy that. I've got a lot of toys, so look forward to that next week. I tell you to look forward. I'm looking forward to it because I want to open some more toys. So if you like this Fwoosh Weekly, comment, like, subscribe. I'll catch you on Fwoosh.